Okay, hi guys, what's up? My name is Lauren and this is my beautiful model Hope and my little assistant Zoe, and we're gonna be showing you how to do the Studio Fusion competition makeup. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing that I like to start with is always the eyes, because sometimes eyeshadow tends to have fallout and that's not fun, brushing off the fallout after you've already applied your foundation. So always start with your eyes. So a trick that I like to do is using Scotch tape, and this is going to be my little eyeshadow catcher, and it also helps leave a little nice trace for you so you have something to follow when you're doing the eyeshadow and the eyeliner. So I take it on the outer corner of her eye and I take it up on the diagonal towards the edge of her eyebrow. Hope's very happy to be here today. Aren't you, Hope? Okay, so, and then we're gonna start with the eyeshadow. So the first color that you're gonna do is this creamy color, and it's called Brulee. So it really depends on how light skinned you are. Hope is pretty fair, so I don't need to really apply too much, but what I'm doing is I'm just brightening up the entire lid, and I'm using a packer brush, which is a flatter eyeshadow brush. You can also use a regular one, but this one really helps just pack on the color easier for me, so I don't have to keep reapplying, and I just do it on the entire lid, just like that. If you find yourself not being able to get as much color on there, you can also take some makeup spray. So this is just setting spray. This is from MAC, actually. This is not a sponsored video. And it really helps bring out more of the color. You can spray it on the brush, not too much, just a little tiny bit. And see, here we go. So I'm just gonna do that on both eyes.
No, you don't.
It's Paisley and Zoe in the background. All right. So after we're done setting the base, I'm gonna move forward into the crease in the outer edge. And so I'm gonna start with this darker brown color, which is Espresso. And I'm gonna use a more fluffy brush. So the trick to this is to get the eyes to look more dramatic. So the darker the better, don't be afraid of color. So I'm gonna start on the very edge of this tape right here, and I'm gonna kind of just wing it out like that, and I'm patting it in on the outer edge. And then I start using little tiny circles and I take it into the crease of her eye. Just like that. Perfect. And so it really creates like a nice shadow, and it's gonna pull her eyes up. So it makes her look a little bit more doll-like, which is perfect for stage. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. So starting with like a patting motion is always the best on the outer corner. And it's totally fine if you kind of get some on the tape, that's what it's there for. And then take it into the crease. Little circles. And don't worry about it being super harsh, because later we'll just kind of blend it into the next. Paisley, you want to say hi? Okay, she's hiding. All right. There we go. And remember, this is for stage, so the darker the better. All right, perfect. And then, super easy, we're gonna go into this light shimmery pretty color, which is called Shroom. This is one of my favorites. And you're gonna put it in the inner corner of the eye. And this is really going to open up the eyeball, make it look a little bit bigger. And then I'm gonna take it right underneath the brow bone right here. I always like to do the brow bone before I do the brows, because you don't wanna get that shimmer on the brow hair and then you have to redo the eyebrows, and it's just not a fun day for you. You're probably gonna be late for your dance and you're gonna be stressing out, and you know, it's just not fun. So, I'm just gonna start with that first, get the eyeshadow done. I'm gonna go back in a little bit with Espresso, carve out the crease a little more. Perfect. All right, my favorite part, eyeliner. Hope has a liquid liner, which I recommend instead of using anything else. I really think that the liquid formula is the best if you want to get like a really dramatic look for stage. So this is where it gets a little tricky. So you have to be really, really, really careful with liquid liner because it can be a pain to have to redo. So I start from the inside and I work my way out. Now remember, you have the tape there, so it makes it so much easier to kind of follow that cat eye look. So I start and I finish all the way to the edge. And a lot of times we forget that we're also putting on eyelashes on top of that. So doing a thicker line is necessary. So it really brings out the eyes per stage. So super simple. I just take it all the way to the edge of the tape. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Let's hope it looks the same. I'm just kidding, it will. All right. Sometimes I like to start like in the center of the eye and work my way out, and then I go to the inner corner. Doesn't matter. Again, you can go onto the tape like I did on this side. And once you peel the tape off, it's not gonna be there, obviously. Perfect. Awesome. All right. So that's pretty much done with the eyes. Keep your eyes closed and let it dry a little bit. And then if you do have some setting spray, I like to set this look before I do anything else. Just a little tiny bit. Again, this is just an option. If you also have hairspray, hairspray works too. That's like an old trick that you can set your makeup. Just keep your eyes closed for that. Confirm. Okay, lashes. This is where people kind of freak out. I wear eyelashes every single day, as the kids know. I love them. Do not be afraid of them. And also, we need to make sure that the lashes for competition are thick and long and beautiful. So lots of mascara. The ones that Hope has are a little bit thin, but it's still gonna make it work. So using eyelash glue, Hope has this clear brush on adhesive. If you have just the regular duo, that works as well, obviously. So you're just gonna brush it on. And then what I like to do is massage the eyelash. So in the packaging, they kind of come straight. So you wanna take each end and kind of just back and forth, back and forth. I don't know if you can see that. Let it get tacky for a second before you put it on. And then we start. You can also use tweezers, but I like to use my hands. Sometimes you also have to cut the eyelash if it seems like it's a little too long for the eye. So you would cut the outside edge, bring it in. But Hope's fit her pretty perfect. So keep that close for me, Hope. And then I'm gonna do the other one, same thing. Apply the glue. And then massage the lash. If you hear like little footsteps in the background, it's Paisley running around and dancing. All right, and then we're gonna put the other one on. Make sure that you let it get a little tacky before you put it on. Keep those closed for me. I'm gonna work actually on the eyebrows. This is really important. Sometimes we forget this step and it looks a little crazy on stage. So you can use the